Hello, hello, hello. It's the Three Wise Pet Pros on the Wise Wednesday. Y'all know what? I legally got some glasses that I am supposed to wear. I am reading on the computer or on the paper. So I am officially a Wise Pet Pro. But I cannot get up and walk around because I will feel like I have been drinking for like 6 hours and I'll fall over. So yeah, this is only for reading.
That's what you say.
Yeah, it's only for reading. So thank you guys for joining us. We got Dr. Tanera and Miss Tony. We're about to talk about pit bulls, the good, the bad, and the cute. But before we get started with that, let's look at our shirts. Mr. Paul Frazier, one of our brothers from another mother, sent us these shirts. Be the person your pet thinks you are. So that means, whatever you're doing behind closed doors and your pet looks like, oh, she's still great. Be that person. And you're going to be all right. Because if your best friend saw you, she'd be like, now, you know what? We might need to get you in some therapy. But your dog is just like, oh. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, Tony, you want to jump in and talk about the pit bulls, the good, the bad, and the all? There's
pit bulls. Do pit bulls really exist? Is it a pit bull?
Do they? Yeah, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure, we kind of rolled into the play of like pit bulls, but pit bulls is like a name that has been given to any dog that has pit or bull in it, depending on who you're talking to. So you have American Bully, you have Staffordshire, and Staffordshire Terrier doesn't even have the word bully or pit in it.
Right.
But, I even say with my grandpup, like, we got a pitty, but she's not a pitty. She's an American Staffordshire.
Yeah.
So it's a teeter-totter on that. Then you have the breeds that they have bred to, like the exotic bully. Exotic bully, the little miniature one, micro. So you have all these different breeds and names of dogs, but not all of them are recognized, say, by AKC, is where the technicality comes in.
Yeah.
But if you ask somebody from the East Coast to the West Coast if they got a micro bully, they are gonna say, I got a micro bully and I got an exotic bully. So it all depends on what room you walk into.
Yeah. Well, originally the pit bulls were bred to, I guess, bait other dogs or other animals, and they knew how to grab them around the neck and hold them. But, people took them to be fighting dogs in the pit. Tony, would you like to?
I was like, I was kind of like, all my expression was right there. So, yeah, I love American Staffordshires. I love pit bulls. I love them. And I think they're a great breed. I think they have been characterized as being, one of the most worst dogs in the world, because once they bite you, they won't be able to let go. Not true.
Not true.
Not true. That totally is not true. Because believe me, if he bites you, he's going to let go, and he's going to bite you again, and he's going to let go, and he's going to bite you again if he really wants to bite you. He's not.
Yeah.
But being in the protective mode of helping the family, you can put pit bulls around your babies. It's all about who is breeding them, who is taking care of them. And, a conversation when we talked earlier, you talked about intermingling too close in the family of breeding, of that can cause different temperaments to come out that normally wouldn't say, you don't want to be in first, second, and third generation, fourth generation. If you can figure out what generation you in, you probably shouldn't be doing it.
Right. Yeah. So you make that point, Tony. I I love pit bulls, and so the first pit bull that I got, the first pit bull mix that I got was the best dog ever, but she was mixed with a lot of other things, so she was a sooner. A sooner than later, a sooner than later kind of dog. That's what we say down here. Yeah, when you got so many breeds, yeah, she's gonna show you who she is sooner than later.
Gotcha.
So we call it sooner. But I got a pit bull, and I was going to make people see, hey, pit bulls are not bad dogs. It's just how they're bred, how they're raised. And I took the dog to classes. It's just they're bred. Got her. Okay, I see you. So I took her to classes, did a whole lot of things, and then I started taking her through tests, and she failed her food aggression test. And if you're going to be a therapy dog, you cannot have any type of aggression. And so, and be like you got to just be chill. You got to be an earthworm. And she was not that when it came to food and other dogs. And I remember crying that night. The lady said that she's not going to make it. And I'm like, but I spent so much money, yeah. But later on, I found out that the breeder that I got her from had just allowed the dogs to breed amongst themselves in the yard. So I don't know if she bred with her son, if she bred with her uncle. And so comes down to being an honest breeder.
Right.
And so her temperament is not great. It's not great. She's a good dog with me, but it's not great. So when you're looking for a pit bull, it's good to go with honest breeders who will say, hey, I know where this lineage comes from, because they already have a bad rap. You don't want to breed them and get them out here and give them to a family and say, oh, the daughter was mauled by their 2 family pit bulls. So this is a very, very touchy topic, but they are good dogs. They are very good dogs. And you can look back to the Little Rascals, where they had, Petey. He was a good dog.
Right. Petey was a pit bull? I never knew that.
I think he was an American bulldog, but in that same line, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I see we've got some comments here. Hello, Mr. Paul Frazier. He said, nice shirts, ladies.
Yes. Hey.
My dog thinks I'm great, and so I can be great. No matter what I do behind closed doors.
That's right. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Mr. Frazier.
So much, Paul.
Oh, Paul said Spuds McKenzie. Now, Spuds McKenzie, he's a bull terrier.
Bull terrier, yeah.
Yeah, they've got that
long, square snout.
Yeah, so that's another.
But still along that line.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still in that line. So great job, Mr. Frazier. Way to jump in there. I've never had a pit bull. Never really particularly wanted one, but as I, got through vet school and learned about the different breeds and stuff, there was definitely a lot of different ailments that struck pit bulls. Maybe we could talk about that a little bit, you guys.
What was that again?
Common ailments
of pit bulls.
Oh yeah, skin issues.
Yes.
I think that's one of the biggest ones.
I think so.
Skin. So from ears to just overall underbelly to back to paws, they're just prone to just different agitations of skin. of their skin.
Yeah.
I mean, their fur is pretty thin. I don't mean, and the reason of why I really don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're acceptable to it in regards to like the environment, like their skin. They don't have that much fur. That's what I was trying to say.
Right.
So they get cold easily, right? I mean, up here, like, don't they need blankets and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. But you know, down here, I see a lot of people who have pitties, you know, they'll have like patches of hair missing. Or you turn them over and you can look at their bellies and there are red splotches. And they're like, oh, well, she's allergic to this, this, and this. And that, when I think of a pitty, I just think, oh, skin conditions. Yeah. So
I mean, maybe it is because of that thin, hair coat. There's not much there, not much protection. Whereas maybe some of the other breeds with an undercoat or even just with a thicker coat at all have some protection against, rubbing in the grass and other physical things that they might touch.
I don't know. Tony, do you have thoughts?
I'm just like, I think about all the other breeds, but I'm definitely, when I think about their coat, I think that does play a factor into it. But I've also seen some of the most beautiful coated dogs, but like a lot of dogs, pitties specifically, are kept outside still here in this area, or just for in general any dog. But the pit bull, like I feel like now I'm like really want to like dig a little bit deeper into that just for myself.
Yeah.
Like nervousness, anxiousness can play a part into their fur, their coat, but that again is any dog. But pit bulls across the board will be like, they got hives and they're itching and they're scratching, and like you said, the patches of hair are gone across their back.
Yeah.
I mean, my grandpup has a spot on her tail that she just like she'll be like, like, are you serious? So,
like, really, can you stop it?
So I really have to stay on her supplements to, like, from all the way across the board. She has a regimen that she has to maintain, because if she doesn't maintain that, you can, by day 2, you can tell. You can definitely tell.
Yeah.
Okay. So pit bulls, they're just so controversial. And, I feel like if you looked at the percentage of dog attacks or whatever across the country, that if you took it breed by breed, I don't think that there would necessarily be a higher percentage of pit bulls. I think that it would probably be pretty even across other breeds that maybe have been bred to be more aggressive, or maybe have are put into roles where they are expected to be protective.
Well, I will say, I took Yaya to the vet yesterday to get her vaccination, and I love the vet, Miss Dr. Jamie Bishop, and she was, we've talked about breeding with the Corsos, and she knows all of my Corsos, and I have special cases here. And so
special needs Corsos, special
needs, yes. And so she started talking about how overall in her profession, she's had more bites from Labrador retrievers and golden retrievers than she has had from pit bulls. And she's like, hands down, I can say Labs and Goldens, they will really get aggressive when I'm trying to perform my services, more so than pit bulls. And I can also say my dad, he's not a dog person, but if you say I'm bringing a pit bull over there, oh, she's a sweet pit bull, she's only 7 weeks old. He's like, oh, don't bring a pit bull, and I'm like, oh my God, she's 7 weeks old. There is a natural stigma around the term pit bull, you know, and so that
That's
is
true.
what my goal was to, kind of dispel those stigmas when I got my pit bull, but I didn't do my research and she was inbred, so I kind of failed. I didn't succeed, but pit bulls are really good dogs.
They are.
I see Mr. Frazier has a question here. He said, do boxers deal with the same, being that they're a terrier breed?
They can have
Boxers,
issues.
they do have skin ailments. Boxers, I do know the boxers that I know are anxious and have chewing issues. So those boxers will like chew up the tray of a crate.
Oh, don't know anything about
that. They are high energy dogs. You need to get out and get them moving. I personally, I couldn't own a boxer. Their energy is too much for me. I just need the Corso who wants to run for about 5 minutes, and I'm so big that I'm tired now.
I hear you.
I was gonna say, I was like, in regards to exercising and dogs, sometimes people be like, well, I let my dog go to the field every day and I let him run, and you're like, that is not run and catch the ball. That is not the same as putting your pit bull on a leash, having a controlled walk.
Right.
And that means not the dog walking you where he's on a 10-foot and you're like this. That dog is still not getting the exercise and the training and the learning process that he needs. Only thing is he knows is that he's outside and he's running things. He's guiding you. He's pulling you. That is not exercising your dog. Are they getting rid of some energy? Yeah. But it's not the same as a controlled leash walks and you stopping to let them sniff, telling them to stop and sit, as you walk. These are the different things that allow them to think about what they can do and what they can't do.
Yes.
Remind them, even if they do know these things, remind them that it's like kids. Whatever you want them to do, whatever you allow them to do, they will do or they won't do. If you let your dog pull you on a walk, he gonna come home and he gonna run and he gonna jump up on people. He's not gonna, without you getting angry with him and without you getting upset with him, for him to feel like, okay, I'm about ready to get in trouble. A dog, a pit bull, especially like you said, your dad, should be able to listen on command and sit, stay, come, those common ones, because those are situations, and we won't talk about the people who walk their dogs off leash. Especially when their dog won't even listen to them.
Yeah.
Not a great idea.
Yeah. So. Well, as far as letting the dogs pull ahead of you, that's definitely a no-no. I see guys walking around here and they're like, and I'm like, dude, so your dog is your owner. Your dog owns you. That is not, your dog needs to walk right beside you, because pulling you lets him think that he's in control and he has to protect you. And this is his world.
Yeah.
When you allow a pit bull or any dog to do that, it's setting the stage up for failure. You definitely need to have control of your dog. My dogs walk right beside me. When we get to the end of the curb, they sit. And I don't care. Even Django, and y'all know how I feel about him. Even Django, he will sit and wait until I say heel, and we move again. Right. You must have control of your dog. So them walking ahead of you, pulling, showing their strength, there's that. No.
especially when you have a pit bull,
A powerful
American pit bull bully,
yes.
because people are already scared, but it kind of eases attention when they can see that you have control of your dog.
Yeah.
And your dog is listening to you.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Well, recently I became a volunteer at SPCA. My daughter and I went there, and so now we're official volunteers. And there's pitties lined up in there. Unfortunately, it's like they're in there. People are scared of them. Maybe they're scared, and then it just kind of continues the cycle. I mean, it's a no-kill shelter, so that's good. But it's sad to see that all those pit bulls are in there, and you know that it's coming from all of these reasons that we've just talked about.
Yeah, they had to go through a series of tests before they made it to the SPCA and was allowed to stay. Because as you were saying earlier, like the aggression level, like you mentioned earlier, Nicole, the like food aggression. But sometimes they'll tell you, like, they'll put like a cat in the room or a dog in the room, another dog in the room, and they'll be like, okay, can't go to this kind of family. We can't go to that kind of family.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So,
is Anthony in there? Oh, excuse me. I just seen my baby walking.
Your new fur baby. That's so cute.
Yeah.
But I guess, pit bulls, that's why we're here as the Three Wise Pet Pros, to bring some of these thoughts to light. If you have any thoughts or comments about pit bulls in general, or if you have a post of yours, a picture of yours, we'd love to see that down in the comments below. And that's all I have.
No, that was a great topic. I mean, breed-specific conversation about pit bulls. Of course, these are just our thought processes of what we don't make any claims of, like, good or bad, but we do know that I know that they are a beautiful breed, and welcome them. When I see them, I don't think fear. I mean, I can look at a Chihuahua, a Labrador, if he's going like this,
oh gosh, I had a Chihuahua mix that he looked like a deer, and I probably even told y'all about him. His name was Bambi. I hated him. Oh, he would go. It was like he would torture me. He was about this big, but he looked like a little deer, and he would hop in my bed, and he would pee in the middle of my bed. And then when I would bring company over, he would sit on the arm of the couch. But if anyone tried to touch him, he's like. So one time I let him. Oh gosh, just cut the camera. Yeah.
This an after show,
Yeah.
4x4 exotic bullies.
Yeah. Bambi. I would love for him to send me a friend request on Facebook, and we could catch up and see what he's doing now. I don't know. He give me a run for my money.
Oh, talking about bullies. I know we're getting ready to close out, but I'm streaming via IG, and 4x4 exotic bullies just joined. So say hello, ladies. Hello
4x4. I'm gonna look you up.
Yes, thank you for watching and
4x4 beats Three Wise Pet. 4x4 beats 3 Wise Pets.
4x4 meet the 3.
3x3. Yeah. I like it.
Me too.
All right. So that's my point. Like I have fun as we always do. And always remember, be the person your pet thinks you are.
Yes. Because they think you're great. No matter what you're doing behind closed doors.
Get excited.
That's right.
Get excited.
Tell your friends about the Three Wise Pet Pros. We're just getting bigger and bigger. We're just getting started. We love to see you. We love to get your interaction while we're live. I know this time we didn't really give you any advance warning that we were going to be going live, but we're working on that. But definitely every Wednesday we'll be here.
Every Wednesday evening. You know. All right.
Peace.
Peace, y'all.
All right.